Welcome back. In this video, we will see the basics of letters. When I say letters, it is also the sound which is represented by that letter and the vibration that it is intended to produce. When we started learning Vedas, many of us we know Sanskrit, it is easy, but a lot of us start learning the Vedas from our vernacular language. So we tend to go with the pronunciation that we pick up from our mother tongue. So we may not get the ideal vibration. So for those who have just started learning Vedas or who are in the early stages of learning Vedas, we had come with an article in the article section called Sanskrit Letters. More to say it is letters, let us call it as the source of sound. So let us try to understand the basics, but it is through a guru that you will go on improving this pronunciation, understand the letter, utter it correctly to produce the right vibration. The great saint poet Tyagaraja, who has composed thousands of kirtanas or songs, one of his songs in Sobillu Sabda Swara, he says Nabi Hrid Kanta Rasana. That means he looks at the Nada Brahma. The sound emanates from the Nabi, that's a navel region. Hrid, the Hridaya. Kanta is the throat, then Rasana. Rasana is the tongue. It is the movement of and the cooperation or a complement of all these forces that creates the right sound and vibration in our body. This is one of the things that you should always take it as a very basic. Now, he is a composer. It's not that he is only talking about music. It is for all vibrations to be taken together. Next is, if we look at the Lalita Sahasranama Sloka 81, we understand that there are four parts of this sound. Para, Chiti, Madhyama and Vaikari, right? Madhyama Rupa, Madhyama Vaikari Rupa. That's what it says. Para is first the source. At the navel region, when a sound starts, or the navel area or your stomach region is not a source of sound, but it is a source to vibrate the sound and give an effect. Like you want to say boo, it reverberates from the throat. But if you say boo, it reverberates from your stomach. It helps pushing the air from the lungs also more effectively. So, para is the sound or the vibration that generates from your body at the level of the stomach, or I should say the navel region. As it rises up and it vibrates in the region of the heart, it is called Chiti. Again, certain sounds you may utter it from the stress on the area of the heart. That is Chiti. Now, when the sound comes and just it touches about to touch the vocal cord at the throat level, it may just about to vibrate outside. That vibration of the sound that we have reached is called Madhyama. When we reverberate the sound crossing the vocal cords and also using the tongue, because the tongue is the very critical part of the body or the part in the mouth that helps the correct reflection or the source of the sound. Right now, when the sound passes this vocal cord and with the help of the movement of our jaw and the tongue, the sound is heard outside. The physical sound that emanates and that you are able to hear is called Vaikari. So, our saints have thought about the sound and they have compartmentalized or classified the sound, and many times instructions are given by the gurus or saints to utter a particular mantra with the reverberation at a certain level. For example, while reciting Gayatri, many people would say, please recite the Gayatri without Vaikari. That means the Gayatri mantra is recited without any audible sound outside of the mouth, right? It starts somewhere closer to the throat. You may at best hear it as a whisper or a murmur. If you go to Ganapati Atharvasesha, the same concept is being explained in the statement Tvam Chatvari Vak Padani. The Vak has four padas or legs or parts. It says, "O great Ganapati, you are the source of the sound that consists of the four critical parts." So it is talking about not the sound or about a letter, but about a vibration that is intended to be produced by us. as a student of Veda, one should just please observe what is the source of sound and the contact points, which results in the vibration or the movement or vibration as well as the movement of the air, the sound, etc. So what we should look at? Look at what is happening at your navel region, the chest, throat and the mouth, right? First also observe the contact, whether the tongue makes a contact or it doesn't make a contact with any part of the other part of the mouth or during its movement or non-movement. Is the touch that it makes on a part, say like the tongue, or we touch the lips, is it strong, is it light or medium? When you always give a sound, also look at the movement of the jaw, the lips and also the flow, the movement of the tongue. Next, when air flows out, also try to understand how the air is flowing, whether it is upward, downwards, sidewards or between the tongue through the side or between the folded part of the tongue with respect to the contact point where the tongue touches or it doesn't touch. Now, when you finish the sound, what is the impact of the sound on or through the head, nose and the mouth? When we go to further explanations, you will understand what we are meaning here. But these are the 5-6 points that you should remember while understanding the sounds or when you further carry it during the recital. Let us go with some overview. When you say ah, the tongue doesn't move, your mouth is open, the tongue sits quietly at the back of your lower part of the teeth. Next, you say E, you tend to widen your mouth and the jaws seem to come closer but they don't touch each other. When you say oo, tongue doesn't move but you bring your lips and the lips gets converged so that the sound oo comes in. Now you say sa. When you say sa, as in Saraswati, your tongue will touch the lower part of the teeth, sa, and the sound will come above the tongue, right? So you say ma, both the lips will join together and you say and they join together, and when you say ah, it's a combination of im and ah. The mouth will again be open. When you use or create a sound like ta, na, the sound seems to project upwards towards the head. Now you say na, nya, nga, then the sound doesn't only come through the mouth, there is a part of the air is pushed through the nose, so it has got a little bit characteristic of a nasal effect. Kindly refer to the slide. All the points that have been mentioned are not only critical for learning Sanskrit letters or reciting Vedas. It will help you to understand or learn any other languages as to how the sound should be correctly be produced. Maybe in certain foreign languages, you will have different sets of contact points which may be slightly be different from the way Indian languages work. If you look at the classical Vedic grammar text Pradishakyam, in section 2, the following statements which you see on the slides are given. By setting in motion air by the body at the junction of the throat and breast. This is where it comes as before the final delivery of the sound. Parts that give audible quality to the sound are breast. Whether whatever you say, it is reverberating from your chest level or the throat, and the sound comes through the head. For example, when you say ta, na, the air is forced upwards. Or it is just thrown out of the mouth simply like you say ah. And nostrils. Typically when you say nga, na, as I just explained. Important thing to notice, when the throat is closed, tone is produced. For example, if you say ka, ga and all, the throat is closed because of the contact of the tongue with some other part of the body. But at the end of reverberating a sound, when it is opened, breath is produced. You want to say om bhu, bhu, right? These kind of, or you say for gi, gridham. These are sounds which the mouth gets opened and the air is produced. I mean, when the mouth gets open, the air flows out freely. So this he calls it as when mouth is open, breath is produced. Now, the throat is neither open or nor closed. That's an intermediate state. Let us try to say, it looks like the tongue very slightly looks like touching the bottom of your throat. It's like H, letter H. You try to say H, you stop at H. It is an intermittent state. But when you say H, the mouth is open and air is produced. So you should observe these differences very well, so that these have already been explained before, but this is from the prospect or from the view of the Pradishakya text.